MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 now of the American League Championship Series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Minnesota Twins. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
Well, I think this series has played out exactly how we expected it to. At 2-1, it's been tightly contested, back and forth. We've got two teams worthy of being here, and I think this will go at least 6 games before it's all said and done.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Minnesota Twins.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, fellas, there's nobody that I'm more excited to watch play than Carlos Correa. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Chris Archer is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Chris Archer, one of the premier pitchers in baseball. When he's good, he's nearly unhittable. Great fastball with movement. Slider probably his best pitch, and the changeup has been much better recently. If Chris Archer brings his A game, it's going to be a long night for the hitters.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And let me tell you about outfielder Chuck Nasty, Charlie Blackmon. One of the best in the business out there, covering a ton of room in the outfield, gap to gap, with one of the most accurate arms in the game.
Leading off for Houston, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. And we'll see some 40s before things are said and done tonight. Right now, 51 degrees at first pitch. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Late square, and this is popped up. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
I mean, that is the epitome of just a beautiful bunt right there. Putting it in no man's land. No play to be made. Beats it out, puts himself on the base paths, and now he's a stolen base threat.
From the stretch, there goes Altuve. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series. And the Astros have taken a 2-0 lead. I'm sure you know what's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
Batting third baseman number 2, Alex.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
Counts even 1-1 to Alex Bregman. Archer has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Hit out towards second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Batting fourth, shortstop, Carlos.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Carlos Correa, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. Correa, sometimes called Show-Rea. He was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Archer looks in. Here's the 1-1. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Hey, you know, D-Row, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our Show Track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive. In now, Kyle Tucker. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Buxton facing back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera.
He's set and the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Head-to-head against Chris Archer. He's got 5 base hits in 18 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 0-1. Runners on the move for second. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Stays alive. Still 0-2.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing. North-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the zone or below it.
A little bouncer. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit back up the middle. To his left, Polanco. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Astros plate 2 on the 2-run home run. Home half of the first coming up at Target Field. It's now 2-0 Houston. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, no doubt. I'm here to watch the dynamic play of Byron Buxton. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Garrett Cole will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
Time for a look at the Astros on D. And let's take a look at outfielder Aaron Hicks. Hey, some guys figure it out at 21, some guys figure it out at 30, some guys never figure it out. Aaron Hicks is one of those guys who's come into his own. He's dynamic on both sides of the plate from an offensive standpoint and has an absolute cannon in the outfield to go along with great range.
Charlie Blackburn.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses low and away. Ball 1. Two 2-0 to the Twins left fielder.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. Breaking ball in for a strike. A high fastball is in there.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 home. is swung on and missed. Strike one.
1-1.
And there's ball two now. One out, nobody on. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the National League Championship Series, as they've got a good one brewing over there as well. Stepping into the box, Miguel Sano. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. Sano brings a ton of pop to the plate with him, particularly against right-handed pitching. Some guys don't drive the ball as well when facing a pitcher who throws from the same side that they swing the bat, but that's certainly not the case here.
Yeah, this guy just absolutely hammers right-handed pitching. You know, some guys like the ball in, coming towards them, and that's exactly what the righty-on-righty matchup presents itself. A 2-seamer in, a 4-seamer that leaks out over the plate, a hanging breaking ball. This guy seems to absolutely hammer those.
The 2-1 home. Popped him up. Moran in foul ground. And that'll put an end to the inning as he brings it down on the warning track. Down go the Twins in order. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Leading off for Houston, left fielder, Derek Fisher.
First pitch on its way. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. A ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. The 2-2. Hard on the ground towards short. Polanco ranges to his right. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting 8, catcher, JT.
Next up for the Astros, JT Realmuto. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Out in 9th, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. Head-to-head against Chris Archer. He's a .333 hitter. First delivery to him on the way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Hey, I don't know what happened in between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup, because he's been really good this second inning. After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short outing.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Changeup in for a strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. 1-2-3 go the Astros, but they hold a 2-0 lead.
Leading off for the Twins, designated hitter, Chris Davis.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Down and in here. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
I got to count 1 and 2.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back to back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Chopped weakly to the left. Bregman fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Mike.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and standing in the left-handed hitting third baseman Mike Moustakas. First pitch of the at-bat. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Cole, or the Cole train as he's frequently called. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Got a piece. It's 2-2. This is pulled into right. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. The relay, and he's safe.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down, and he looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Here's Brian Dozier now. His career line against Garrett Cole. He's done well, 6 for 13. He also has 1 home run. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Moustakas, the runner at second with 1 away. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And that's the second out. Here's Byron Buxton now.
Byron 9.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
This game is unbelievable sometimes, Dan. There's a bullet knock right there. You're expecting an RBI. He almost hit it too good. He can't even score.
Boy, too good is it, Mark. This is one right here. It just kind of gets out to the outfielder so quick that the runner not able to score from second base.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Ball and a strike. Missed with a breaking ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Altuve has a play. And that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready now, Jose Altuve, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. A changeup over the inside corner.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Now the 2-1 is a missed drag bunt attempt for a strike. Outside and a full count, 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Ready to take his hacks again, Colin Moran, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And I think that's the case of the pitcher being a little too preoccupied with the speed at first. He lost focus on making the pitch and throws an absolute scud. The irony, of course, is the runner's now on second, and he didn't even have to steal.
And it's 2-0 now to Colin Moran.
I wonder if that homer rattled him a little bit. He's certainly a little bit more cautious against him this time around.
Two-0 count. The pitch is laid off, but in there for strike one. The 2-1 doesn't hit the target. It's ball three. The 3-1 pitch tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Blackmon comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. And that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a pickoff play at second, and he's back in standing. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Altuve leads off second with one gone in the inning. Sent on the ground out to second. Dozier has it, and there's out number two.
The batter, number 1.
Standing in, Carlos Correa, runner in scoring position with Sir John. First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. Carlos Correa with a two-run shot. His first homer so far in the series as the Astros have opened it up now 4-0.
Wow, another long ball in the early going of this one. The second one he's allowed in just 2 2/3 innings. Might want to warm up those showers. He might be heading that way real soon if he can't keep the ball in the yard.
Into the box now, Kyle Tucker. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. A windup and the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike two swinging. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted the other way out to left center. After it is Blackmon. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. But two come across to score in the inning courtesy of this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 4-0 Houston.
Leading off for the Twins, the shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
First pitch on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
One's the count.
Popped him up. Correa is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
1 out, nobody on. Two and one now to the Twins leadoff man.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
And this is fouled at the plate. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario. As it's grounded sharply to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
2-0.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Kind of frustrating as a pitcher when you start an inning off with 3 straight balls like he has here in the 4th. Makes you start wondering what's going on.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Derek Fisher the next to bat, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1 home. Is a fastball down below the knees.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Got him to go after a bad one there, and it evens the count at 2-2.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights or it's going to be a tough game.
Here now the 2-2. On it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, but it's not in time, and they'll just get the 1.
Now batting, catcher, JT Realmuto.
Riding in once again, JT Realmuto. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. Archer comes set. Here's the first pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Fisher stands at first with 1 out. Realmuto behind with an 0-2 count now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Way outside. 1-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Still 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Here he comes again. 1-2. A fastball that just misses inside. 4 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Hard hit ball to short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. One strike now from Archer. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The second baseman, number 27, Jose Altuve.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jose Altuve. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Hey, down 0-2, he better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in, wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The relay, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
That will drive a pitching coach crazy. He has the hitter down 0-2 in the count, and instead of making him chase at something off the plate, he grooves one that's driven down the line for a run-scoring double. Have to make better pitches on an 0-2 count.
Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Giovanni Gonzalez answers the call from the pen here in the fourth, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Stepping in, Colin Moran. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
First pitch coming, here it is. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. 5 runs, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Hit to short. Polanco right there. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. Astros pick up a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Astros 5 and the Twins nothing. Here's Miguel Sano. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. One strike now from Cole. Outside for a ball, 1-1. A 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in his zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off well.
Ripped down the first base line. 3-2 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Here's Chris Davis now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. From the belt, the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And it misses, 3-1 now.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
The 3-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now the payoff pitch home. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered and it's going to go. That one is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of this series, and it's now a 5-2 game.
That is why you can't walk the leadoff hitter. A solo shot becomes a 2-run homer, and the damage just kind of snowballs. Tough one to swallow.
Third baseman Mike Moustakas now. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Moustakas, or just Moose for short, he was selected in the 1st round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And this finds the wall over near the 339 sign. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise to the occasion, while some guys shrink away when it matters the most. Well, this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. Catch made out there in left center as the runner may tag from second. The relay throw, and a daring move there pays off as he'll make it into third on the fly ball to left. Now at the plate, Byron Buxton. He reached on a single in his first try. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He popped out in his first trip. Now the 1-0 is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Three runs already home here. Called a strike, and it's full 3-2. The next 3-2. And it's fouled away.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 4. It's now a 5-3 ball game. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on its way. And a ball 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
No strike.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
Here's Carlos Correa now. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Bregman aboard here at first with nobody out. And he just misses with a curveball. There goes Bregman off of first. He swings and misses. Throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Count still at 1-2. No one out with a runner at second. Fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Carlos Correa goes down for the first out in the 5th inning. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. Do you think you can drive it? But
there's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Standing in now, Miguel Cabrera, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0 home is in off the plate.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
2 out here and a runner at second. Three and 0 now. The 3-0 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Dan, you find yourself in trouble early, putting guys on base, but then you're able to wiggle out of it, get 2 quick outs. You think you're going to get your team off the field, and with 2 outs, you give up a run-scoring base hit.
You know what happens sometimes, Dero? You lose concentration. You find yourself in a tough spot. You get 2 outs. You think you're just almost out of it, and you lose concentration, and that might have been what happened in that case.
Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 0-1 pitch. 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Astros lead this one 6-3. The next twin up, Jorge Polanco. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a breaking ball stays outside. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner. Fastball, and oh, he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss, as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
Grounded down the third baseline. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Hey, that's a nice job by the batter right there. Left-handed batter going down the third baseline. You don't see that happen too often. A lot of things have to go right. And with the third baseman playing off the line, that's a nice job of it right there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Charlie Blackmon. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. 0-1 count. Here it comes. He pulls this one into right. Tucker is there, and he has it for the out.
Up next for the Twins, right fielder.
Into the box now, Eddie Rosario. He was a ground out victim last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Over to first. Cole. Runner back safely. Polanco leads off first with one away.
Nope.
And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. And there goes Polanco. Pitch outside. The throw is not going to get him as he swipes second. Here's the 2-1 home. And a changeup right down the middle.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Miguel Sano will be next. Payoff pitch home, and that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with only one away.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Here's Miguel Sano, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Sliders in for a strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky, and the threat of a big inning is very real.
Here's Chris Davis now.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And a good idea to hang close at first as he'll make it back easily. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Back up the middle, and that is through into center field. A base hit. 1 run is scored, and the run is in to score from second. That makes it 6-5 now.
That's the cat and mouse of the game right there. You find yourself count leverage, you think you're getting a heater, he throws an off-speed pitch and you're still able to execute. That fires me up right there.
Stepping in now, Mike Moustakas. Swinging a soft liner down the line in right, but foul. Ready with the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
2-2 the count. Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Fisher ranging forward, but he won't get there. It falls in. And to score from third, the tying run.
Hey, you tip your hat to the batter for finding a way to find some green grass out there, but man, that has to frustrate you, Dan. An executed pitch right there.
It does. Anytime you make a good pitch, and off the bat, it certainly didn't look like it was going to fall in for a base hit. You make a good pitch, but you don't necessarily always get the kind of results you want as a pitcher.
Here comes the Astros skipper up out of the Houston dugout, and it appears that we've seen the last here in this one of Garrett Cole. So he'll depart in the fifth with the go-ahead run on base. Didn't work the required 5 for the win, but he could still be hung for the loss should that run come around to score. David Paulino takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. In now, Brian Dozier, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
You like the modern style of baseball? Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
Set to deliver the 0-1. A line shot to third base.
The center fielder, number 25.
Here's Byron Buxton now. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Left side. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. And they'll tag him out at the plate. And that will keep our ball game tied as the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits. No errors. And 2 men left stranded. Ready for another shot.
Leading off for Houston, catcher, James Realmuto.
First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit hard but fouled toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. The next 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The 3-2 one more time. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Striding in for Houston, Aaron Hicks. A strikeout and a line out for him so far. He's set. Here it comes. Here's a strike. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Runner goes for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And in fact, there will be no throw as he loses the handle there on the transfer. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Polanco backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well executed pitch there.
So the Houston lineup turns over, and to the plate, Jose Altuve. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. First pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Realmuto, the runner at second with 1 away. A ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery.
That's ball 2.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
1 strike. Count.
And he missed again, high and away this time. 3-1. The 3-1 drilled to the left side, and that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. The tag from Ramos, but it's not in time. Safe at the plate.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Into the box now, Colin Moran. And he lays off there, 1-0. There goes Altuve. Looped out toward third. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done. Now a throw to first doubles up the runner. Tough luck that time as he got stuck in no man's land following the line drive on the hit and run. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Astros 7 and the Twins 6. Up next for Minnesota, Wilson Ramos. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at bat.
Wilson Ramos.
First delivery to him on the way. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Now the Astros are going to get a left-hander up and cranking out in the bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball down near the shoe tops. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center. His second home run of the series, and that'll pull him into a tie at 7-7. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Jorge Polanco is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Here's a high pop-up. Bregman moving to his left. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Charlie.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. And the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Fisher's on his horse. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And this one's down off the shoe tops. 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. Hits this one hard the other way. And that's through for a hit. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Hey, there's a base hit right there on a changeup. Maybe not a good idea to throw this guy back-to-back changeups.
Yeah, he seemed to be timing that first one. He let the first one go by, Dan. He was not going to let the second one go by. Nice job right there staying through that baseball.
Standing in now, Miguel Sano, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Rosario at second with 2 down. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Hicks going back, and off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. 2 runs on the board after that home run by Miguel Sano. His first homer here in the series as they've taken a 2-run lead. Stepping in now, Chris Davis. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. That's wide, 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
The 3-0 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Game 4 heads to the 7th inning now. Twins lead it 9-7. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. It's been a high-scoring affair thus far as we take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Brad Brock is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 35, Brad Brock.
So striding forward now, Alex Bregman. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Fouled away. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. The 1-2 misses, ball 2. Down the third baseline. And now from the air, a jump throw. And a long throw across the diamond gets him. That's a nice play. And definitely worth another look with our show track data. Great reaction from the hot corner to make the backhand stop. And then he unleashes that very strong throw while in the air all the way across the diamond. He's going to be smiling about that one. Here's Carlos Correa now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Here it comes, 1-0. Liner toward right center. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Tucker. Your attention, please.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Taylor Rogers.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back. Into the box, Kyle Tucker, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Rogers, playing here in his age 29 season. He was selected in the 11th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Nope,
Takes a
that's
pitch
ball.
high and away for ball 1.
You got a ball, 1 strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Buxton going back on it to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Digging in and looking for more, Miguel Cabrera. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Fastball.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Now the 0-1. Popped him up. Polanco is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Houston. They trail by a couple. It's 9-7. Brad Peacock gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Brad Peacock.
Stepping into the box, Mike Moustakas singled home a run in his last time up.
Mike Moustakas.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Fouled off. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
The 3-1. And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Here's Brian Dozier now. Head-to-head matchups with Brad Peacock. It's a big enough sample size, but he's just 1 for 14. He's set, and the pitch. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Missed with a slider.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
Moustakas on at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Byron Buxton now as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's the pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Here's the 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. The 0-2 once more is taken. That's ball 1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Wilson Ramos will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Two balls and no strikes to Ramos. Two balls and a strike.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually a quality take.
Now the 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Here now the 2-2. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. And a relay to the plate. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
In now, Jorge Polanco. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about with the first baseman holding the runner on. It's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Here it comes, 2-0. 3-0 now.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
A strike, and it's 3-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Just missed with a breaking ball.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. The 2-2. Third foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. Chopped at the plate. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Twins forced to settle for 1. 8th inning coming up. Twins are out in front 10-7. Sean Doolittle has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 62, Sean Doolittle.
Derek Fisher the next to bat.
Leading off for Houston, left fielder, Derek Fisher.
Now here's the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, Dero, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, Dero, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
3 balls and a strike to Houston's left fielder. Swung on and missed. 3-2.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
Swing and a ground ball to third. And past Moustakas down the line. It's a fair ball. And the Astros get something started right away. It's a leadoff double.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a 2-bagger.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Doolittle stands 6'2" and throws from the left side. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Now another 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1 and 2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Standing in now, Aaron Hicks, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And that misses. 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Fisher leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hit hard toward the right side. Taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Now to the plate, Jose Altuve. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. He's set. Here it comes. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
And it's fouled away. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Astros leave one. Could have used a field goal. It's 10-7. Chris Davinsky is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 47, Chris Davinsky.
Ready once again, Eddie Rosario. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the eighth.
Eddie Rosario.
Here comes the first pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Way in front of that fastball. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
The 1-2 is outside for a ball. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's Miguel Sano.
Boy, this guy right here with that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
The 1-0 home is in there for strike one. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Altuve will wait on it. And there's the second out of the inning. The number 4 Minnesota hitter, Chris Davis. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ground ball left side. Defense set up perfectly. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Down go the Twins in order. They still lead it, though, 10-7. Back now in the Twin Cities for what remains of this production of baseball on MLB Network. Zach Britton takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Colin Moran will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Tapped out in front of home. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting, third baseman.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch on its way. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. Bases are empty, one man out. And that one got a piece of him.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. Britton's ready. First pitch on the way. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Comes set and the 0-1. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The next 0-2. And this will be chopped foul here at home plate. Just gets a piece of it. Still 0-2.
When you have two strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2. The 1-2. Hit high and deep to right center. Buxton is there, and there are two men gone now. At the plate, Kyle Tucker. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 this series.
And he fouls this one off. Now this crowd of over 38,000 on their feet. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Last strike now for Houston. Missed with a slider.
Hey, great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Right side. And there's his first base hit in this one.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
Striding forward now is the DH, Miguel Cabrera. He flew out in his last at-bat. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. The runner from second crosses the plate.
The batter, left fielder, Derek.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Derek Fisher. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball one.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And that two-run lead could be in real jeopardy. It's extra bases. And he's in safely to third as they also push across a score to make it a one-run game.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that two-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with two gone.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
So stepping in, Aaron Hicks. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. In there, and it's 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. That one drilled him. He's safe. A great recovery, but he couldn't get it there in time.
You know, D-Row, there are some guys that shy away from hitting when it really counts. Top of the ninth, and this guy comes through to tie this thing up.
Yeah, he was able to slow the moment down right there. Get this back to square. There's still a bottom of the ninth looming. Let's see if they can tack on a few more.
Trevor Hildenberger has been summoned here and will try to keep this one tied heading to the bottom of the ninth.
Trevor Hildenberger.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Toward center field. Buxton is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd, as now their ninth inning lead has evaporated. We're knotted up headed to the bottom of the ninth as the Twins will try to walk it off. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now 3 hits, including a pair of doubles for him thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. Three and one. The 3-1 pitch. And that misses here, ball 4. And of all things, it's a leadoff walk that puts the winning run on base to start the bottom half. Digging in, Brian Dozier. Winning run is at first base. Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And a dive, but he's back in there. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And misses badly on a pitch down in the dirt. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. A two-run homer down the line in left. And none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Man, the postseason always seems to deliver big moments, and this was no exception. A walk-off in the final at-bat ends it, and there's bedlam at home plate. Wow!
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
(12-10) is the final score in this one. The Twins have evened up the series at 2 wins apiece. Trevor Hildenberger is credited with the win. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
56 minutes.